Hi, welcome back to Flint's Collectibles. Today we are going to do a review on Invincible Ultimate Collection Volume 1. If you enjoy the content, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Let's go ahead and dig in. So here's the outside of the book. Here's the spine, the back. Now let's go ahead and take off this dust jacket. So same as the dust jacket, same spine. Let's go ahead and open it up. Here's the inside of the book. Nice red page to start out. Invincible Ultimate Collection Volume 1, created by Robert Kirkman and Corey Walker. Introduction page. Here's issue 1. Here's our character, Mark. Just a regular teenager boy. Think everything's normal. Just living everyday life. School, work. And then you realize he's got superpowers because he throws his bag all the way up in the air. And then he tells his parents, and they're like, yeah, that's nice. We already know that you got powers. And then now here's him trying to figure out himself as a superhero, what his name's gonna be. Here's where figure out his suit. And then here's him living everyday life again, except for now he's got superpowers, so he's got super strength. So he's gonna get in trouble and just regular teenager stuff and young superhero. And then here's his dad telling him his origins as a Voltramite and how they came to Earth to save other planets and help other people out, and that's how he met his mom, and how they fell in love, and then they had him. And then here's him fighting bad guys and then run into another group of superheroes helping to fight them, and he's just trying to find his place out there in the world. There's him fighting some guys. And here's him get tired of working at his job, and then he says, screw it, I'm just gonna leave. And then his dad decides he's gonna help him train so he can become stronger like his dad. And here's his dad, him training, fighting these green alien guys. And he's just thinking everything's going good, and then they run into this guy that's got a bomb, and then his dad throws him, and he says, why did you do that and not try to save that guy? And he realized he saved a bunch of other people trying to save that guy. Now Mark's hanging out with these other group of superheroes again. He's just day-to-day life. Everything seems just fighting bad guys, doing school. Another guy with a bomb on his chest, so they're trying to figure out who's doing this. And then here's his dad returning after a fight. And then now he gets called to go in by himself into outer space to find out who this person is. And now this other alien guy, he starts to fight him, and then they have a little brawl out. And then he's like, I'm here for your wrath. And it ends up being he's on the wrong planet, been trying to do the wrong thing at the wrong place. So now he's like, oh shoot, I gotta go return to back to what I was doing. So then here's Mark telling his dad about it. Him and his dad playing baseball together, throwing the ball, father and son time. And then here's Mark's friend William, and him are gonna go check out this campus. This is at this college, and some weird stuff starts happening there. At that school, like these guys with one eyes, these robots looking skeleton guys. And then he's back to having to try to hide who he really is because his friends don't know that he's invincible. And then he ends up showing up randomly. It's funny how this guy looks like Charlie Brown. Little funny ad in there. And then here comes Mark showing up early, and his parents are, you know, doing the deed. And then here's where we get the introduction to the Guardians of the Globe. Here's one of the guys from the Guardians of the Globe. And they're all getting called. Like he's got called to go to something. Then here's another one getting called again. Everyone's getting called for some emergency. And then they're all there, and they're like, who called, and what's the emergency? And they're like, I don't know, what's going on? And then, bam, they start getting all murdered and chopped his head right off. And then it's Mark's dad ends up killing all the Guardians of the Globe, but what's the reason why? Then here's them going to the funeral, and this guy right here is trying to figure out like what happened to the Guardians of the Globe, who killed them, and what's going on, and how come someone would want to kill them all. And here's Mark and his dad still out training. And then this is that guy that's trying to figure out what's going on, talking to everybody, trying to figure out who would want to kill him. And then boom, this guy shows up, and they all have to stop him. And they end up getting him stopped, and there he is getting taken away. And then there's another group of superheroes, and she finds out that he cheated on her, and these two guys play an important role in what happens next. And then here's this group that looks like, honestly, like Star Trek. And that guy that Mark talked to that was on the wrong place to save the wrong people, ends up saving this group from falling into, I guess it's like a black hole or something. And then here's Mark's dad trying to figure out how he's going to tell him the honest truth about their past and who they really are and what they're really here to do. And since the Guardian Globes main people got killed, they're going to try to recruit new ones. So here's them all brawling it out. And they're all trying to figure out what's going on. So they picked the new ones, and they're going to be Duplicate, Shrinking Ray, Monster Girl, Black Samson, and Rex Explode after he got beat up by this little girl who has superpowers to become a big green monster looking thing. And then here's these two guys again. They're fixing one of the characters from the Guardians of the Globe that got killed and his head chopped off. They're reattaching his head, and then boom, he just randomly goes crazy and wants to figure out what's going on. While that's going on, Mark's out here fighting this other guy that's got like some kind of like vibration rings on his wrists, and they ended up stopping him from taking out Mount Rushmore. And then here we are again, back at home, still trying to figure out what's going on with Guardians of the Globe and who killed him. Still a mystery. And here's Mark's dad fighting this octopus looking purple guy. And this guy shows up again because he is wanting to know why he killed them and what was the reason and why do such a thing. And then here's Mark finding out that his dad's fighting that guy, and he hurry up and leaves the comic book shop to go help out. And here's Mark's dad and this guy fighting it out. And here's him ripping him in half, and Mark showing up like, what's going on, Dad? And he's like, we need to talk after I just brutally murdered this guy again. And then he wants to talk to him, and here's telling the true background story about their race trying to be superior to each other, and then going out and trying to find other people that are superior and going to other planets and trying to find people that are as powerful as they are, and just crazily different than what he originally told him. He said it is how he met his mom, though, trying to save her from getting crushed by this car. That's where he first met the Guardians of the Globe, the original people. And he's just saying how he was just trying to figure out how to live in this regular life, and then he ended up having a family and settling down, but he still feels like he needs to still stay true to who he really is and why Mark needs to understand. And Mark's like, I'm not hearing it, I am so upset. And then Mark and his dad Omni-Man start to fight, and they fight all through different places of the world and fight through buildings. And he's like, you don't understand. And he's like, I need you to understand. It's just full out brawl, brutal father-son beat down. I mean, amazingly graphic scene. And here's them in the Appalachian Mountains, or like the snow or something. And they're fighting it out, and he's just about to take the last punch and take him out. And Mark's like, Dad, like, don't do it. And then Mark's dad leaves, and then he goes away from Earth and in tears. We don't know where he goes next. And then here's where the Guardians of the Globe group, the medical group to help Mark. And then here's Mark healing and all his friends watching that happen. There's William and Amber, the girl from the other superhero group, and they're all checking on him, and he's still recovering. And this is the guy that leads the Guardians of the Globe, and he's talking to him and trying to figure out some answers. And here's Mark's mom. She's worried about Mark and wanting to know if he's okay. And now here's the new Guardians of the Globe, and they're doing repairs. And then now this guy shows him the room that looks like nothing, but then all the stuff shows up, and he's like, all right, that's enough, you've seen enough. And I'll turn the lights back off so it's all white again. And he's explaining to him how they've been trying to watch his dad and trying to figure out what he's been up to. And then here's Amber and William again talking. Mark's so upset, he just doesn't know what to think. And then he goes out in outer space again because this guy shows up, and he's like, I was about to warn you that there's a Viltrumite living on your Earth. And he's like, all right, we need to have a talk. This is what's going on. He's my dad. I'm part Viltrumite, part human, and my dad just randomly left. And he's like, that never happens. So what's your plan now? And he's like, I guess I'm just going to finish school and live life. So that's it for volume 1. And then here's some sketch art, different concepts, different artwork. Black and whites. colored ones. It's a cool looking suit. Different concepts for the outfits of Mark and Omni-Man and different characters in the show and in the book. These are cool Invincible pals. Collect them all. All the characters from the book. Pretty cool. And that's it. There's an afterword. Well, there it is, Invincible Ultimate Collection Volume 1. So my final thoughts are, it's a great read. It's easy to follow, not too much dialogue, great action. The dislikes are some of the artwork is a little but if you can get past that, you can read it easily. It's a great sit down, and I highly recommend it if you enjoyed Invincible, the show on Amazon Prime. So until next time when we review Invincible Ultimate Collection Volume 2, peace.